When I started my journey in sales 12 years ago, I was in the trenches cold calling for hours every single day. And I easily racked up over 120,000 dials and over 15,000 conversations. So in this video, I'm going to take everything I learned from those 120,000 calls and condense them into 33 actionable takeaways. So you can become a killer cold caller yourself and make more money in your current position or land your first role in cold calling. Number 1, block times for cold calls. Schedule your cold calls in dedicated daily or weekly blocks, preferably 1 to 2 hours. Consistency is key to building momentum and maintaining a healthy pipeline. Don't leave it to when I feel ready. It never comes. Number 2, script the first 60 seconds of the call. You should reach the point where if I wake you up at 4 a.m. and ask you for your opener and pitch, you will know them by heart. Number 3, find the one opener. Keep experimenting with your opener until you find one that gets you to the pitch 80% of the time. My go-to is, would I ruin your morning entirely if I told you this is a sales call? Number 4, use a problem-based pitch. This is the formula. Our clients are founders or whatever job title you target who struggle with problem 1 or problem 2, which leads to consequence. Which one is the most relevant to you? This will show them you understand their world and draw them in. Number 5, cut the jargon. It's a cold call. The prospect may be distracted or the line might not be perfectly clear. Your script should be so simple that your own mother would know what you're talking about. You can use ChatGPT to simplify it if you're stuck. Number 6, practice opener and pitch 5 times before calling. Role-playing is the next best thing after actually calling. Warm yourself up and you will not screw up your first calls. Number 7, stay on the problems. Once they admit there's a problem, keep digging. Ask them for an example of the problem and its impact. The bigger the problem, the more likely they are to want to sit a meeting with you. Number 8, gamify your rejections. Finding a way to deal with rejections is crucial. For example, I eat an almond or I do a push-up every time I get a no. Playing games with yourself or your colleagues will make the rejections go down more easily. Number 9, set a minimum target for your activity. Before you start your calling block, set a clear target. For example, you want to get 10 no's or 100 dials. This way, when your brain starts coming up with excuses, you're more likely to stay on course. Number 10, map out all objections. There are only a handful of objections which can come up. Usually, there are fewer than 10. Map them all out so you know what's coming. For each of them, elaborate a proper answer. Number 11, accept and acknowledge objections. The worst thing you can do when the prospect gives you an objection is to start selling or arguing with them. Instead, accept and repeat the objection. For example, they say, I have someone. You say, I'm not surprised at all. Number 12, challenge objections. Once you accept the objection, instead of pitching, you want to challenge the prospect. You do this by asking them a question which gets them thinking. They say, I'm good. You ask, does that mean everything is perfect? Number 13, ask for permission. Whenever you want to challenge a prospect or gather more information, ask for permission. The simple phrase, can I ask a question about that, will help the prospect relax and believe they're in control, making it easier for you to get an answer. Number 14, the 3 no's. You should challenge an objection up to 3 times. If you hear no 3 times in a row on the same objection, then move on. Until then, keep at it. In the worst case scenario, you're practicing your objections handling skills. Number 15, the one last question. Once the prospect is clearly about to hang up, don't give up there. Instead ask, before I go, can I ask one last question? They will agree 99% of the time, and then you have one more chance to restart the conversation. Number 16, smile. You can hear the smile in someone's voice. Close your eyes for a second. I'm currently speaking with a serious face. And now I've got a big smile. You can hear the difference, so can the prospects. Number 17, get feedback. You can learn from your mistakes at your own pace, which will use your time and energy. I'll Alternatively, you can get help from those who have been doing this for many years. Join my Underdog Sales Academy and you'll fast track your way to cold calling success like hundreds of others have done before you. Number 18, dial the next one. Whether you had a bad call or a good call, dial the next one before your brain has the time to register what happened. It's the best way to stay focused and not let your mood get the better of you. Number 19, after you've asked the question, mute yourself. It will prevent you from interrupting the prospect and ensure they have the time to think and give you a complete answer. Number 20, wait 3 seconds before talking. You will be nervous and you will speak too soon. Most likely, just before the prospect is about to give you more information. Stay muted and wait 3 seconds before jumping in. Number 21, mirror volume and pace. If they speak loudly, raise your volume. If they speak slowly, match their speed, and vice versa. Adapting to how they speak will get their guard down and builds trust. Number 22, re-listen to your calls. You will learn a lot from reviewing your calls. You can listen to the mistakes you made and figure out what you could have done differently. Or you can listen to your good calls to get a morale boost. Sometimes you'll need that. Number 23, the list is everything. A terrible caller with a perfect list will perform better than a perfect caller with a terrible list. Ensure you're calling people who are likely to need your services and you will perform much better. Number 24, get mobile data. I cannot stress this enough. If you're stuck calling gatekeepers, buy mobile data. I personally love using Full and Rich, but there are many other options out there. Even if you paid $1 per number, the time it would save you will pay for it in no time. Number 25, keep it tight with gatekeepers. If you have to deal with gatekeepers, give as little information as possible. The more you speak, the more likely they are to find a reason to deny you access. When they ask for the reason for the call, use technical terms which will confuse them. Number 26, summarize often. Summarizing the prospect's words back to them is exceptionally powerful. It shows them you listen and builds trust immediately. Ensure you always do this before closing or moving forward in the call. Number 27, track your data religiously. If you're not sure what's going wrong, look at the data. You want to know these 5 percentages. 1, dials to connect. 2, connect to pitch. 3, pitch to conversation. 4, conversation to meeting. 5, SAP meetings. If you know which areas are weak, you'll know what to improve on. Number 28, challenge before closing. Before you go for the meeting, challenge the prospect one more time. Can I ask a straightforward question? Have you accepted this is the way things are? This will get the prospect more emotionally attached to the problem and therefore more likely to want to sit the meeting. Number 29, soft close first. Before you lock in a date and time, use a pre-closing question. Would it be a bad idea to have a proper sit down and discuss this further? Once they agree it's not a bad idea, they've basically pre-agreed to the meeting. Number 30, confirm the invite on the call. Always send the meeting invitation immediately and ensure it's accepted. You can say, spam filters are crazy these days. Has the invite landed? This is another micro commitment, making it less likely they'll ghost you. Number 31, always arrange next steps. You will be rejected a high percentage of the time, yet it doesn't mean this prospect will not buy at a later date. If the call is not a complete and utter failure, arrange a follow-up. The best reps I know get more than 50% of their pipeline from follow-up calls. Number 32, be unforgettable. Whether you booked a meeting or not, make sure they can never forget you. I typically ask, do you mind if I ask one last weird question? And then go with, what's your favorite pizza topping? I either include this in the meeting invitation or mention it as the first thing I say when I call them back. Hey John, you love pepperoni on your pizza. They will always know who I am. Number 33, celebrate every little win. Cold calling is really damn hard. Some days your only win will be having made the calls, or to have tried a different response to an objection. That's perfectly fine. Celebrate that. You'll need every ounce of motivation to call the next time. Now, in this video, naturally, I only covered cold calling, but I'd be lying if I said cold calling was the only thing you actually need to learn to succeed in sales. So click here to check out the next video if you want to really round out your sales skills. Become the best salesperson you can be so you can outperform all the other reps in your current position. Alternatively, you can land the first sales job and start earning. See you in the next one, and thank you for watching.